Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. This is a large blog. I invite you to read it. It's really dim and it's not the print. The font is not really big and pronounced, so I have to be actually looking right into it. But this blog is about the Blackman and Gollop school. It's a primary school in Christchurch. And what has happened is the ministry has added more time for reading, daily reading sessions. And in doing that, some subjects had to be cut. But the thing about cutting other subjects was they're adding, okay, read from here. Okay, a fair trade as reading can help the rest of classes, but explain to me, I'm reading from there, how it makes sense to cut even more academic classes, time to create they're cutting academic classes time to create in-school clubs, and those clubs I think would be here. It's like you can go and play checkers, you can do art, photography, garden, and bake cupcakes. Okay, those are the clubs. And the parents are asking, how is that going to get the child into a secondary school of their choice? You can choose a secondary school, okay, but of their choice. And these things even taught by, are these things even taught by professionals? They're talking about the baking class. I don't think you have to do checkers, play checkers by a professional doing art. Yeah, art classes, photography, gardening, and cupcakes. Are these classes being taught by professional, or is it just fun time during school hours? And the persons are saying that there are already numerous after school activities to choose from. So why cut into other academic classes and have clubs? Okay, you're having clubs. So, and they're saying here that the entire afternoon is gone, on Fridays and that kind of stuff. I invite you to read through it and have the discussion, because if it's happening at one primary school, it may be happening at other schools, okay? And honestly, I'm reading from here, the communication from the school has been a mess. The principal hardly ever answers emails and never seems to have time to properly address parents' concerns. I'm reading from here. Also, I'm all for inclusion and every child deserves a chance, but there is a right way to do it. In big countries, there are separate special needs classrooms set up with trained teachers and proper resources, just like the special unit at CFB, and there is not at the school. There is not one at the school, okay? Yet my children are telling me about situations that sound completely unsafe and crazy, okay? You could just read on at all this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 big paragraphs, and parents are very concerned about what's happening at the primary level, because if they're cutting back on academic classes at primary levels, how, according to these parents, how are they going to propel themselves into high-end secondary school? You know how it works in Barbados when, from 11 plus kids kind of separate themselves, and some feel as though they're better than some. And the Chad Blackman and his unit were saying they want to do away with that. It's something that started in England, and it was a failed experiment. It was a failed experiment among the white British people, but it still kept on, and it took hold in the islands, and they've continued with it. It's a sort of elitism, it's a separation, it's a caste system, and it actually creates a unspoken of hatred. And it starts at about 9, because usually kids start to be trained for taking the 11 plus, and there's some kids start early, And it's something that starts very young, where a kid can go to lessons and another kid will not be able to go to lessons. And you can see the separation and the segregation. But please, one of my children said she even fell down the stairs with her wheelchair, but luckily her mother was there. Okay, this is a strange world we live in. Anything is possible. Okay, so please, I've had it here long enough. You can do the enlarging thing and enlarge it, but these are concerns parents have. And this particular blog comes out from the Blackman and Gollop, but like I said, if it's happening one place, it could be happening at other schools also. These types of things are not in the best interest of our children. We want them to succeed, but how can they when they are learning to keep shrinking? Okay, how can they succeed? How? When the system keeps shrinking and the environment keeps getting harder to learn. Okay, you cannot learn in an environment that is not opening up all aspects of who you are. Something needs to change, and fast. That's what the person is saying. And the cherry on the top, I pay taxes. The person who's saying this, they pay taxes. I still send money when I can for many fun days and school events because I want to support my children and the school. But then I go to the school's IG page pinned to see them asking parents to send supplies for the janitors and teachers to use. Certainly, mops, dustpans, brooms, soap, toilet paper, whiteboard markers are not for the student use. That should be, the ministry should be providing that, especially since parents are paying taxes. At this point, I might as well send my children to a private school. At least there, everything is included. Okay, so this was a large blog. Again, please take your time and read it. Find out what's going on in your schools. Okay? Why does it feel like children who are constantly disruptive or have challenges have more rights than the ones who are actually trying to learn, or should I say, that can learn in a normal classroom? Yeah, this blog was all inclusive, okay? All inclusive. Please read it, see how it jives, see how it parallels, see if there's something that runs through it for your school, at your primary school. See if you're having difficulty talking to the principal. She has no time, he has no time, doesn't even read emails, see what meshes, see what is happening at your school with regards to this blog that came in, and you need to talk to the minister, Chad Blackman, do whatever, bombard his office with emails and letters, let him know that, it's not working out. What is happening in the schools? It's not working out for you. It's not working for you, okay? So let there be a discussion. Let there be a discussion. I hope you can see this. Maybe you can take photos and put them up, on the blog. I don't know. Maybe I can do that. Maybe it will be better for you to read. I don't know if it would be, but this is a couple parents that are talking about happening at the Blackman and Gollop School. Is a primary school in Christ Church, and if it's happening there, it might be happening other places, okay? In other schools, okay? So you want your children to succeed. You want your children, when they're done with their schooling, to go out into the world to be productive members of society. You have to teach them well. You have to teach them well, okay? This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.